Sunday, the 11th of May 2025. Flowers are in full bloom. The wind is in the trees. Next door wheat field or whatever it is doing quite well. Plenty of water in the stream. It hasn't rained for a week. Mosquitoes will now start to breed. It's about 22 degrees Celsius. Really pleasant. Field next door. And the rushes are growing. So he obviously doesn't keep that part of his stream, which obviously he is supposed to keep clean and clear. Not magnificent bush, beautiful flowers. English countryside or Kentish countryside at its best in May. The horses have just been fed, so I'm hoping that the model aeroplane flyers will be happy with this. But they're coming back on Monday because the horses, the last time they flew a plane, the horses came along and stamped on it. Not on purpose, but there you are. But that was the result. So hopefully next time I come, we can come and lie down here and further along. The grass, the horses have really wrecked the grass, really wrecked it. But that's what horses do. Hopefully the gate will be painted once I let him have the paint. I'm going to record the bird song, so I shall be quiet. I need to get the bird song identifier app, so I will then know what birds are here. A beautiful old hawthorn tree. All the white blossom is out. These are not bluebells, but lovely blue wildflowers. See the odd insect collecting nectar, but not as many as we used to see. A flowering, stinging nettle. Beautiful white flowers. The bluebells have come and gone because they are only in their prime before the leaves, the canopy comes out, and the canopy is very thick at the moment. It will get thicker. So they've had their bloom and they are now going to seed and hopefully come back again next year. Lovely view of the meadow through the trees on the edge of the meadow. A late flowering primrose. There are others, but now the leaves will grow to nourish the roots to come up again next year. God willing, inshallah. There are different shades of bluebells. light pink. Obviously the blue color of the bluebells, the traditional. These are English wild bluebells. They are not the Spanish variety. This is a site of special scientific interest, so this is ancient woodland. It is about 6 o'clock, so Maghrib is 8:30, quarter to 9. I'm going to be quiet, recording a bird song. This is worrying. This is a stream that feeds the river belt. There is no water in it at all. In fact, plants are growing, so there hasn't been water in it for a while. The water table is very low, as you can see from that old oak tree that fell nearly 15 years ago. And there's no path unless we cut it. There is no path round the pond. We haven't been well, so we haven't been able to come here, so that's taken its toll on the work that needs to be done here. Here is a lovely patch of bluebells, and under the trees, because the canopy here is not so strong, so they are still flowering. Another very dry path. There are 2 ponds in the wood which we put in 20 years ago. So there is water in the wood, but the streams are all dried up. Pauline told us to do that, even though at that time the wood was very, very wet. That was, in hindsight, a very clever suggestion, and we listened to her and put the 2 ponds in. A beautiful view of the wood. This is the common path. This was a working wood. Charcoal was made here from the hardwood like hornbeam. And they had cattle and sheep on the meadow. This was owned by the monks. Then, of course, the history you can look on the web. It is called Hoad's Wood. Hoad', Hoad's Wood. The wood anemones have flowered and gone. And this, where we spent so much time digging out the rubbish so that the water could flow, there is no water. Dry as a bone. No rain is forecast for the foreseeable future. In Pakistan, they have University of Arid Agriculture, and I think we shall also have to do some work on arid farming in Kent. Also, on top of that, thanks to all the pesticides we use, our insect population has had a collapse. So last year, the hops that are used for making, flavoring the beer, there was very poor crop. There were no insects to pollinate. Also, we need insects for pollinating the fruit crops in Kent. I can see us having little drones, with tiny nano drones, to pollinate, but I don't think we have got that far yet. The insects are cheaper, free, but we are killing their habitat. Something needs to be done before it is too late. This is a part of the common tract which we in 2002 can tell you it was wet. I used to have to walk round the edge and pass those trees so as not to get wet, even in my Wellington boots. And now, May the 11th, 2025, is slightly wet, but that's it. Climate is changing fast and rapidly. We spent several weekends cleaning out, as you can see, all the wood from this stream so that it could flow, because it was flowing over the bridge. And here is the other side. There is a bit of water for the poor insect and pond life to spend their life in. And I don't know, it is going to get drier and drier because no rain is forecast. Still there is some water here. And there are the two ponds. But they are some distance from here. Birds are quite loud here. Simon Courage and Louis Courage built this path. We provided the bricks. They provided the labor because it was so wet. And you had to squelch your way through in with your Wellingtons. And now, look at it. Unbelievable.